How am I planning on ridding myself of my severe cancer? The exact same way I got rid of my severe sleep apnea, my heart medication, my cholesterol medication, my inhalers, my devices, my acid reflux, my fatty liver. Need I go on? That's the exact same way. And how did I do that? By going back to the earth, by going back to the seed, by going back to the water. Meaning, I only consume food that are nutrient dense. And going back to what I said a moment ago about all those other conditions that I did, I was still going to restaurants, which I love. I was still living a very healthy lifestyle, a lifestyle that I wasn't feeling deprived at all. And I did so by losing 130 pounds average. I actually experimented on myself and I actually lost 165 pounds when you take into account the heaviest that I've ever was at 363 to the lowest I've ever been in years at 198 when I completed a 41 day of no food, no calorie causing fasting. So I've never missed a day of fasting since June 3rd, 2019, which I've talked about countless times. And I've also lived a very nutrient dense lifestyle that probably less than 1% of the world population live. Probably 0.1% of the world population has ever completed a 40 day, 40 night, 41 day in my case of no calorie, no food, non-calorie causing fasting. However, that's how I got rid of all that medication and all those medical procedures and medical devices. And I lost 130 pounds actually. And I never put the weight back on, but I only fluctuated 10 pounds in all those years. So that's how I'm planning on getting rid of my cancer, by doing the exact same thing while augmenting my lifestyle, while augmenting my healthometer, let's just call it that, my nutrient density. So I just completed a full genetics test because I want to make it specific to me, specific to my DNA. That's how I continuously raise the bar, through education. Because I educated myself because I chose not to be bedside. I chose not to wait for somebody to come and tell me what to do next. I chose to take control of my life. It's my life. I owe it to myself. Not only to myself, but to my wife, to my daughter, to fulfill down the road my responsibility as a grandfather. You know, there's so many information out there at this device that I'm looking at. When I say I have 10,000 hours, I started with the podcasts. I started listening to those that lost 100 pounds or more that never put it back on. I started looking at your cultures and your religions and your geographical groups. I looked at your blue zones. I did all that over 4, 5 years, 6 years ago. But I evolved from that. I went to the point of integrative holistic lifestyle medicine. I listen to stuff that our CMEs, meaning doctors, listen to. I have more information in this mind than most average doctor under the FDA or the Health Canada. Because no disrespect to them, but it's like asking a plumber to wire your house. They're not incompetent. It's not part of their competency. So doctors under the FDA or Health Canada, for example, their competencies is medication, medical procedures, and understand the body and those perspectives. However, when you jump the fence and go to the other side and you follow medical professionals in the integrative, holistic, and lifestyle medicine side, they also incorporate your nutrition. They also incorporate what you're exposed to and what you consume, your epigenetics and the epigenomics. They encompass everything in combination with. Now, I'm taking a modern medication, which I advocate for. However, for obvious reasons, I do not want to stay on a toxic medication because I've seen the list of side effects that are this long and that it's inevitable one of these things are going to happen to me, which I've already felt a few of them. So hence why I am going to rid my body of cancer, and which is another episode to tell you how I got it, and I can prove how I got it because I got 5 years of data from blood work, urine work, biopsy work, feces work, colonoscopies, endoscopies. I've documented everything in the last 5 years, including my 41 days of fasting, where I've helped people lose 100 pounds, 70 pounds, 80 pounds. But what I've never talked about with any individuals is weight loss. I always talk about inner health, about greater health, about nutrient density, to be healthier tomorrow than you were today, and repeat. Because by eating more nutrient dense, you end up eating less while getting healthier and getting younger, reversing and arresting your biological age. So therefore, you can still enjoy life. You can still go to a restaurant. You can still go to Christmas and New Year's and Easter and all those kind of celebrations of life while living life. And that's how I'm gonna get rid of this cancer. At least I'm gonna give it a hell of a challenge. Jean-Guy Bourguignon, big, healthy, loving hugs from me to you.